Here, Gen Z and millennials are ranting and crying about, oh, I don't know what gender I am.
Hey guys, welcome to Zoro Talks. This is Zoravar here. I'll be discussing about social issues, pop culture, and trends. So join the conversation in our YouTube channel.
I think people in India are very, very self-centered. I don't want to talk about other generations. I'll just talk about Gen Zs in India. They care about social media influence.
Yeah.
They care about trends that are happening. Like people will talk about LGBT stuff or feminism stuff because it's trending.
Here, Gen Z and millennials are ranting and crying about, oh, I don't know what gender I am. Like, this is literally their problem.
Okay, I think that is still valid. Okay, like I
Like,
was saying, Gen Z
I
in
just
India
feel
is very
it's just
focused
stupid. I just feel like white people are done with all the shit and now they're just making up shit.
I think we can talk about it in a later episode. I mean, we definitely will talk about it because it's your views are so controversial on it. You know, going too much into what's happening around you rather than you're more focused on your internal, I guess, who you are on the inside. You're more focused on that, and I think that's where the whole. The conversation about gender identities comes into view, and it's just that people are talking about it more, and social media is making the conversations more accessible now. That these minorities who don't fall into the gender
Like I get it.
and
I have an
platform to talk
argument
about
against
but
it.
it doesn't
I have
mean
a
that people
very nice
before
argument
that
against
didn't
I just say you can believe whatever you want, but still, biologically, 99.5% people are male and female. We all know. Like I'm just saying, it's just
I think
really bullshit.
bring in
Like it's
the
just making up
statistics if you're
problems, so they
going to-
don't have really problems here. My perspective is to unite humans. Like my perspective is like humans should be united as a species, right? I am eliminating the bigger borders of countries and religion. Now, if you're just gonna divide between my pants and my legs, how we gonna be together? Okay, I don't have fucking Taliban to fight, but I have a Karen next door to fight. Oh, what's that point? Well, like literally, this is and you know what? This is the problem of India and India's Gen Z, that we consume a lot of US bullshit and we adopt those cultures straight away. Like we are team democracy, but we are also not team stupid. When it comes to stupidity, you don't follow US to the stupidity that they're going. India treats their transgenders more nicely.
No. Okay, let me tell you something.
I think
follow this. I'm gonna tell you something very a factual thing. It's not an opinion. Like you said, you think they are treated well. No, they are not. Because I follow a transgender lady here. I follow her on Instagram, and I have even talked to her in person. I see on her Instagram every other week she's posting about trans people around her in her community. They are getting beaten, they are getting harassed. They a lady, she was posting about a trans lady, she got killed, she got beaten to death on a roadside, and nobody picked her up for half the day. Nobody picked up the body. It's just a thing that okay, these hijaras come to weddings and we respect them, we give them money and all of that. It's a thing, but what about their everyday life? People treat them like shit. It's not, India is not very progressive about the trans community.
Like I just want to say
that I just want to say,
do you want to be a normal human being?
I don't have
what
any
people
such
are doing
ideas. I
now
just want to
is
live my
like
life.
oh, I'm special.
No.
They are so deprived of attention that they'll say, oh, मुझसे बात करनी है, तो you use these pronouns and shit. Like I'm talking about here, of course, because I deal with Gen Z.
That can be true, but that can be true for some people. But I wouldn't say that every trans person is going out there.
Of course,
and
I acknowledge कि they like it's in a looked upon manner. It's not as a normal देखते हैं. They see them as different, but I think हमारे में फिर भी थोड़ा हमें niceness मिली. यहाँ पे still nothing, but the good thing about here is little bit is क्या वो थोड़ा normalize हो गया. But I don't have problem with transgender people. I have problem with people who get offended on the behalf of transgender people, and especially see transgender thing is one thing, and that too I want to reserve to the people who are biologically transgender. Still you can distinguish there is a micro penis or there is a small clitoris, whatever.
No, okay, you're going very wrong factually. Like there are objective truths that you are wrong about. That's why people get offended. Like when you talk about something, if you're very, very well educated and you're coming from your opinion is coming from a very well educated point of view, then people will never be offended with your opinion. People will understand your opinion. But you are coming from a point where you're saying there gender identity is different from your physical appearance,
it's
from
not, it's
your
not.
sexual. No, you are wrong. I'm not saying that this is not a subjective thing. This is an objective truth. This is proved by science that your gender
How?
identity. I can even send you the
Like, I would
identity.
really love to look on that.
Yeah, I will.
But like,
I will send you the
Yeah,
studies. They're very
like-
respected,
like you are
respectfully
trying to
recognized
say
studies.
that sex and gender identity is different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Your chromosomes,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
biological sex
Yeah.
is a separate thing. Your gender
Okay,
identity
what does
is a separate
what
thing.
does your chromosomes define? Your sex or gender?
Your sex,
Okay.
your gender is
okay.
something that
okay.
you
okay. Okay.
understand
so,
about yourself.
So let's start agreeing on stuff before we start. Let's figure out where we disagree,
Okay.
then we can talk. Right? So
Okay.
we agree based off your chromosomes, your sex is determined, male or female, right?
Yeah, it's
Only
yeah. The term
0.11%
used is
according
assigned
to
at
science,
birth.
0.11% is transgender or other, or there is an
Okay.
abnormality in that. You can't really distinguish.
That's where
I get it.
No, that's where I disagree. Here's what I'll tell you. It's science so far. Always add science so far, because trans communities are looked down upon. So there are very few trans people who will come up to you and say that I want to participate in this study, and those are the small amount of people that these studies are based upon.
There is a problem, right? You talk about one issue. My problem was here, little bit old school. I can live with it. I don't mind. Like when they made like same-sex marriage legal, right? I don't care. There were two bases to get that legalized. I don't want my kids to read about Adam and Steve. You don't go against biology. You don't indoctrinate my child by putting something in the law which is against the biology.
It's not about.
It's someone's
not about that.
disillusion.
No,
And you
no,
gonna
you know,
put
you
them
can't
on
use
law?
those words.
Like, it's-
No, can you at least listen
like-
to what I'm saying?
like if it-
Can you at least listen? Can
Okay,
you at least listen?
okay,
No,
okay.
can you pause?
Okay.
Can you pause?
Yeah,
Let
yeah,
me
yeah.
finish.
All right.
You are moving. You were just rushing through the topics, right? I just want to come back to what you said about Adam and Steve, right? Why these topics are important to be taught in schools is the same reason that you want sex education in school. So kids don't hurt themselves while they are exploring themselves. And in these same schools, there are going to be an Adam and Steve, okay? So it's harmful for them if they are not educated about on these topics when everyone else around them are getting the same
See,
education.
you don't-
It's
see,
not
see,
a
see.
matter of what
You-
you don't want for your child. It's a metaphor of what your child's health requires. That's what it is. It's not. They're not going to explain.
Like, yeah,
to
that's what I'm saying.
Kids, they're not
That's
going to
what
do
I'm
that. They're
saying.
going
As
to
a
educate them
as a
on their
parent,
health.
I don't want any government to decide what my child learns. I want my child to learn science. I want biology, sex.
Yeah.
Gender identity.
Oh my God.
See, gender identity, if he has something other to go or some other domain. See, this is a part of evolution. I'm not denying where
It's
the
not about
society is
evolution.
going.
It's just people
I'm
getting
not denying
more.
where society is going with the neutralization of gender, right? I'm not saying this is stuff only men can do or this is stuff only women can do. No. I'm just saying don't
That's
teach them
okay.
Adam and Steve.
Did you not listen to what I was talking about? No one's going to teach your kids Adam and Steve.
It is
People,
happening.
in
It is happening
schools-
here
No.
in Australia.
Can you?
It is
Can you
happening.
listen to
It
me?
is there in elementary school books. There are stories about lesbian couples
Which
and
is-
stuff. Everything. Like,
And why is that bad? What if they grow up and they are lesbians?
yeah,
That's
so
good
let
for
them
them.
fucking
That they
grow
already
up.
thought.
Let them grow up. Let them watch that shit.
Okay,
Let them learn
but
about that shit when they're
then
over
also-
14
then
or
also-
at least 18.
then also-
they're doing it very
Then
young.
also there are also stories like Cinderella,
Hmm.
Snow White.
Yeah.
These stories are based on couples,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
These are same stories.
Yeah.
Adam and Eve itself is a story that's taught. If you're talking about if they're teaching Adam and Steve, they
Yeah,
must
yeah.
be also teaching Adam and Eve, right? Adam and Eve, isn't that wrong? If you
Nah,
think
it's
that
not.
teaching kids that no, why?
What's
Why?
wrong in
It's
it?
the
What's
same
wrong in
thing.
it? What's wrong in it?
If you say that Adam and Steve, we're trying to normalize the society. We're trying to normalize this in the society. So
Yeah,
kids,
no.
when
See,
they grow
there
up, don't
is
feel
a thing-
threatened
there is
about
a
their
thing
own
called
existence.
awareness in the society, and there is thing indoctrination
Look,
of the society. That you
no,
want how the
that's just-
society behaves according to your will.
That's just your opinions. That's
it's
not
not
facts.
This is what's been doing to the Western world. It's happening in Western world. India, people don't care about that shit. If you go to the people in slums and talk about this shit, they get fuck off. मेरे को खाना नहीं मिला 4 दिन से.
No, but the
No,
thing
no, no,
is,
no.
eventually,
Yeah, like
you
Western
can. No,
world
the
and
thing
India
is,
will follow the trajectory after
grown through
10-15
these-
years maybe.
why they can today talk about these things is because they have already gone through it and they've moved
No, no,
on
no.
from it. And
They
eventually, we
can
hope
talk
in
about
India
it. See,
too, we can move on from
On
these things and
internet, there are a
eventually
lot of
talk
people.
about these
There
important
are a lot
topics
of
as well.
people speaking a lot of things, right? Doesn't mean it had to be right. See, you told me that I was wrong 10 times, right? I didn't say anything. I didn't say you were wrong. But there are a lot of people who are saying the wrong thing, and people listening and making it normal. I'm just saying, see, there are pride marches and stuff
You
like
can
that.
just say pride.
Let's say 1 million people gathered for that prize and same-sex marriages got legal, and that's how law is made. People got mad about shit and law is made. Now, million people go out there in Texas, and there are certain religions where you can have intimate relationship with your sisters, with your cousins and stuff. If 1 million people march,
This is
that
not
would
the
be
same
normal.
conversation.
Incest would be normal. There are certain
That's
things
just
which,
not the same
that's why they
conversation.
belong on the porn website under the taboo section. People have these fantasies. You don't have to make it legal. That's what I'm saying. Fuck.
There is a difference.
What hole do you fuck
There's
doesn't
a
have to
difference
go in
between
your driver's
fantasies
license.
and
That's what I'm
someone's.
saying. In Texas, it's pretty normal. First cousins to have relationship. If million Texan people went on the street and say, "Oh, we want incest legal," it might happen. Because I think if million stupid people stand on the street and ask for something, they'll be got, and that's what the system is. But on the other hand, system is also there to critique. I'm saying there is no difference between gender and sex. I say go on to Google. I'm going right now. Definition of gender I am writing. So it says either
Yeah, just read it aloud,
it
read it
says
aloud.
either of the two sexes, male and female, especially when considered with reference to social and cultural differences rather than biological ones. The term is also used more broadly to denote a range of identities, all right, that do not correspond to established ideas of male and female. All right. So there are exceptions. So I can say, oh, usually humans have 10 fingers, but exceptions may have 8 or 18.
No
Now,
one
you are
is
trying to
saying.
normalize 8
No
or 18.
one is saying that your biology gets changed. No
No.
one is
See,
saying
okay,
that.
okay,
Gender
okay.
is separate
Okay.
from your biology.
See. Okay. With the gender, I think
You
there is
cannot-
male, female,
okay.
there is a male, female, and other, or you can say transgender. 3. I don't see there are more
No.
than 3. There can't be more
You
than
just
3.
don't know the science. You just don't know that it's no. you're
Even in
wrong.
front of me, even in front of me, it says.
No, this is
What?
so absurd.
See. You just holding off onto the one last line, right? I read the whole thing.
No.
So I can hold off to the
No.
first thing, either of the two sexes.
That's not what I'm
That-
basing it off. That thing ended long ago. I'm
Yeah.
talking about actual scientific studies that prove that gender is a spectrum. It's not either or 3. It's not 3 or 4 or whatever. It's a spectrum. This is actually proven in science, and this is what further studies in gender are basing it on, that gender is a spectrum. Male and female sit on extremes of that spectrum, like extreme male and extreme female, and any identity in between and even outside of that spectrum does exist. The thing is, why it does exist and why you can't say that it doesn't is because people are living their lives based on it. There are lived experiences recording the existence of those gender identities. So you cannot say that this doesn't exist, because that's just you denying the truth.